let's get right into it. Today, we're going to tackle the one thing that can totally transform how you communicate, the sentence. Our goal is simple, really. We're going to master how to form sentences so your ideas land with clarity and real impact every single time. Let's do this.
But before we dive into all the grammar rules, let's start with the why. Why does this even matter? Well, because clear communication is basically a superpower. It's how we share our ideas, how we build connections, and ultimately, it's how we shape the world around us.
And what's at the very core of that superpower? You guessed it, a simple, well-formed sentence. That's exactly why getting a handle on a fundamental like the present simple tense is your first and honestly, your most important step. Think of it as the foundation for expressing yourself with confidence, whether you're in a casual chat or a super high-stakes meeting.
Okay, so let's get practical. Let's roll up our sleeves and start with the most basic building block of any statement, the positive sentence. This is where we learn how to state facts and truths with real precision.
And you know what? The formula here is actually surprisingly simple. There are really just two rules you got to remember. For I, you, we, and they, you just use the main verb exactly as it is. So you start. Easy enough, right? Now, for he, she, or it, you just pop an S on the end of that same verb, so it becomes she starts.
And looking at them side by side like this, well, it just makes that key difference pop, doesn't it? See that little S on starts? That's the whole thing. It might seem like a tiny detail, but getting that right is what makes your sentences sound natural and shows you have a strong command of the language.
All right, so you've nailed the positive statement. What's next? Well, now we need to learn how to express the opposite, or, ask for more information. So let's move on to negatives and questions and see how this all builds.
To turn a sentence negative, we call in a little reinforcement, a helper verb. We use do or does and follow it with not. So, you do not start and she does not start. But hey, did you notice what happened to the main verb, start? It went right back to its original form. That's because the helper verb does is now doing all the heavy lifting.
And when you put them right next to each other like this, you can almost hear it click into place. On the left, the positive, she starts. And on the right, the negative, she does not start. See how that S just hops from the main verb over to the helper verb? It's a really clean, logical system once you see it laid out.
So what about questions? Guess what? It's the exact same simple logic. You just take that helper verb, do or does, and you move it right to the front of the sentence. So a statement like, you start a new diet becomes the question, do you start a new diet? It's a super consistent and easy formula to use.
Okay, you've got the rules, you've seen the mechanics behind positive, negative, and question sentences. That's all the theory. But the real question is, are you ready to actually use them in the real world? Let's find out.
Awesome. So in this last section, we're going to put these rules to the test in two totally different real-world situations. We'll start with something simple from everyday life, and then we'll move to a scenario where clear communication is absolutely everything. First up, a quick little warm-up. Just think about your own daily routine for a second. How would you talk about it? Maybe it's, I wake up at 7, or I drink coffee. See, you're just stating simple facts about your life. It's the perfect, no-pressure way to practice. Go on, give it a shot. Think of a few of your own right now.
Perfect. Now that you're warmed up, let's raise the stakes a little. We're going to take this simple grammar and drop it right into a situation where every single word matters, where making a strong, clear impression is the whole game.
I'm talking about the job interview. This is the perfect place to see just how powerful the present simple tense can be. And why is that? Because in an interview, they want to know the facts about you, your skills, your habits, your strengths, who you are as a professional right now. Just look at these classic interview questions. Tell me something about yourself. What are your strengths? Notice what they're asking. They're not asking what you did in the past or what you will do in the future. They're asking who you are today. And the present simple is the absolute best tool for that answer.
And this is how you hit back with power and clarity. Instead of telling a long, rambling story, you give them a crisp, confident fact. I work well in a team. I manage my time effectively. Each of those sentences is simple, direct, and uses that exact structure we've been working on. See? This isn't just about getting the grammar right. It's about sounding confident, capable, and in control. And really, that brings us right to the heart of it. There's this great quote from Mark Twain. He said, "The difference between the right word and the almost right word is the difference between lightning and a lightning bug." And that's it, right there. Nailing these little rules, that's what makes your communication electric. It's what turns a so-so idea into something that truly lands with a punch. So there you have it. You've got the tools, you've got the building blocks for clear, more powerful communication. You've seen the rules, and you've seen how they work in the real world. So the only question left is, what are you going to do with it? How are you going to use your power of communication today?